Hi, our situation was an oil tanker runs around along the coast of Alaska. During cleanup efforts, the ship catches fire.
What was the cause of this event?
The cause was, as the ship was in the water, it hit a rock, and as it was capsizing, the oil started spilling out and it caught on fire.
Was this a natural event?
No, this was a man-made event. So, could this have been prevented?
Yes, but it was really hard to see. The captain told me that it was really hard to see when it was so high up because the rock wasn't that big, but it was like rigid. So when they hit it, it just kind of happened. They couldn't see it where they were going when they hit it.
All right, thank you. How can we prevent this in the future?
We can use like GPS systems and cameras if we can get those on the
Maybe
ship.
some spotters on the boat so
Yeah.
we can see.
They call like rock, something like that. So what systems were
So the systems that were affected drastically were pretty much all of them. So first of all, the atmosphere was affected because when the fire went up, it got into the atmosphere, and when the sun rays tried to get down, it could affect heating, and also it could pollute the air. And then the hydrosphere, the oil could get into the hydrosphere and it could contaminate and pollute the water. And then the biosphere, it could get in the bloodstream and in the seaweed. So when a fish ate the seaweed, or when it was just swimming in the gills, it'd get in the bloodstream, and then we could eat the fish and we could get contaminated. And then the geosphere, it's not too much for the geosphere, but the oil could sort of leak down into there and it could build up some pressure inside of the rocks.
What were some short-term consequences?
Some short-term effects were, some fish could die from it, it would pollute the water, and there would be a big fire. So, are there any long-term effects?
Yes, some of the fish species, if there's not a lot of them, and they're all like in that one area, and they're like taking water in and out, it can make their species extinct.
Yeah, over a long period of time.
Yeah.
So, were the living things, did they die?
Some, if they like brought in the water.
Yeah, and
the water, and even if you're out of the water, like,
and it could kill their whole species.
Like, you guys have probably ate like salmon or something at home, and if they were in that water and bringing that in, and then somebody like caught it and you were eating it, then you might get infected. Or the right word.
This could also affect other living things by when they eat the seaweed or fish, or when they drink the water, it could contaminate them. So, what are some secondary effects?
Well, some secondary effects are that people would have to clean that up, or else, like we already said, fish species can go extinct, or any other species that live in the ocean can go extinct.
Sure. And the secondary effects, they could be long-lasting, but they might not last forever because it's really hard to clean up oil in the water. And the food supply would be drastically affected because all of the food would get contaminated if it came in contact with the other food that came intact with the oil. So, did this result in anything positive?
Not really. It was all pretty much negative. If anything, it made matters worse in the ocean, on the coast.
Yeah. Thanks
for
listening.